You ready?
Let's do it.
Welcome back to Adultish Wines. Great idea, Redhead Rachel Carlson.
I'm glad I finally got the great idea.
I think you got the great idea last time.
No, you were like, no, you're Redhead Rachel. You're not great idea, Rachel.
That was the first time.
Was it?
Yes. And then I've started calling you great idea.
I feel like you've started calling me great idea, Rachel, after the second episode.
Fine, whatever.
Because you kept still saying Redhead Rachel, Redhead Rachel, Redhead Rachel.
Okay, but now we know.
Yeah.
And I reference you in so many episodes.
I know you really do. That's what I said to you last week. I was like, can we get dinner? I mean, I know you think about me every week because you talk about me on your podcast every week, but I don't know what's going on in your life.
Well, you do know because you're listening to the podcast, but
yeah,
we hadn't met up in a while to hang out.
I know.
And that was my bad. I did think to myself. And then I was like, wait, are you coming this week to record? Because then we can't go out to dinner.
I had to be like, I can't record this week because I'd rather just sit and talk to you instead of doing this.
I'd rather just be your friend.
Me.
But I want both. It's just I like you so much. I want both.
I understand. I said, let's go to dinner this month and then we'll wait a week and get more content and then pod it out.
It's just I don't want to waste it all on one dinner and then record the next day. And then it's like I don't want to act like I have not heard things before or like catching up with you.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I get it.
Real as fuck.
I get it. But I'd prefer to see you more often and not just like once every couple months when we have to talk on a podcast.
Okay. Yeah. I will take that criticism.
But you're very busy.
I'm really busy.
You're very, very busy. I feel like you're doing so many things.
I'm trying to stay on top of it all. It's a little stressful, but I was telling someone that, pardon my voice, by the way, I have very bad allergies. I'm not sick, but I will have some
What are you
sniffles.
doing? Are you taking Claritin?
Zyrtec.
D?
And
the over-the-counter stuff or the...
Yeah, over-the-counter.
You have to ask the pharmacist for the D.
Do I need a prescription?
No, but they keep it behind because
people make it drugs.
Make meth. But all of the D stuff,
I
which
might
has
be on
the
that
special
no-fly list.
ingredient, is behind the counter. You have to ask the pharmacist for it because the stuff that's not behind the counter doesn't work. You're just wasting your time.
It doesn't work at all? It does provide a little relief.
You need the D. Claritin D,
in so many
D,
ways.
Sudafed T, you have to get the stuff behind the counter. But you can only buy one pack. I tried to buy two because I was like, I'm going to get Sudafed D and Zyrtec D because 2 weeks ago I was like dying. And they only let me buy one.
Because you can make drugs.
I know.
So you can do one a day though, right? Or something?
I think it's one a day.
Which is like, who's going to go to the grocery store 2 days in a row to get allergy medicine?
Annoying. You get the 24-hour. I switch it up. Sometimes Zyrtec D, sometimes Claritin D.
To keep it on its toes.
Yeah.
Well,
so allergies don't know how I'm coming from.
I didn't know I had allergies until I moved to Texas, so I wouldn't have known that that's the answer.
Yeah, now you do.
Now I do. So yeah, I'm taking Zyrtec and Advil in the mornings.
Do you sleep with a fan on?
I have to.
I know. I used to too, but my fan broke and I never fixed it. And since that happened, my allergies have been so much better.
I think the allergies are caused from how it was just 90 degrees and then it was 40 degrees and now it's back to 90 degrees. The heat, or is that a cold?
No. I mean, when the weather changes and stuff changes, that's when my allergies got bad, but I'm back to normal.
There's no possible way I can sleep without a fan. It's just not possible.
I thought that too. And then my screwdriver was at my office and it wasn't at my house and I haven't gotten it. It's been like 8 months. I haven't fixed
What
my
do you
fan.
keep your AC at?
Like 69.
Okay, well maybe I could try lowering my AC.
Yeah.
That's just so many bills. I'm not an AC. I don't like to
That's
abuse
crazy,
the AC.
You're from California. I abuse my AC. My electric bill is crazy.
It's crazy.
Like $350 a month. I don't know how people turn it off when they're leaving and turn it back on. Like I just let it ride all the time.
Oh my God.
I'm not saving
Well, you also
the
live in
environment.
quite a large townhome situation.
Yeah, but that's what I should be. The windows are old. I think it's the windows.
You're going to have better bills at a new apartment when you move, which you found.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That seems weird. I don't know how I'm going to picture you in like a nice new apartment building. No shade to your house.
What am I slumming it?
Not slumming it,
How
but
do
you're
you
living in a
picture
building
me
like
now?
mine. You're living in a building like mine, like a little broken down. A little character.
Yeah.
Got its uniqueness.
I'm so excited. I keep like envisioning like my new apartment is going to have the washer and dryer in the closet, which is huge. There's a bathtub in the enclosed glass shower. There's a huge balcony. It's right on.
You're never going to use the balcony.
Yeah, I will. Yes, I will.
Everyone always thinks they will.
I'll drink coffee and all.
And you're never going to use the pool.
The rooftop pool. There's a rooftop pool. Yeah.
Did you get a good look at the people that you're going to be living with? Did you see
I
any
think there's
neighbors?
a lot of older. They said like we saw one kid and the person was like, "There's not kids here." Great. It's in a property. People know this. I don't know if you know, but it's in a property that has its
Rachel,
own.
you're going to go viral and people are going to know where you live.
I know.
So be careful.
I know. If I say this, people will know because that's how people know this place. There's a bar that they have there
inside.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's bar and it's two different properties like right next to each other, but one bar is more famous than the other bar, and so the residents can utilize the bar.
Oh,
and there's a
you're
bartender.
gonna be a barfly.
There's a bartender. Yeah, so all the residents just hang out all the time. I'm just gonna be friends with like all the daddies that like live there,
and they're definitely gonna be your type of daddies.
Yeah, I mean, I won't hook up with them. We'll just be best friends.
The older white,
yeah,
sometimes gay
they love
male.
me. If they're gay, even better.
Right. That's better. Definitely.
Yeah.
So I won't be coming over then.
Why? No, you'll like
it's not my type.
Yeah, but we'll just be friends with them.
Okay. Do you like charge it to your room? Charge it to your apartment?
I think
how
you
fun.
Pay for it. But like fun, right? You just like walk downstairs and go to the bar. Then walk back upstairs.
Get a drink before dinner though?
Yeah.
Like that's what a great invention.
And then
very
like
hotel.
You're friends with your neighbors. Because I don't have a dog anymore. R.I.P. But I was such good friends with all my neighbors because we all walked our dogs together, and I'm concerned that, I'll just hang out in my apartment and everybody will be like, who's that girl that lives there and never comes out?
Like the cats in the Sex and the City eating.
Kind of.
Are you ever
just
going to
be
get
like,
another
what
dog?
a jerk she is. She never talks to us, but it's really just because I don't have a dog to like hang out in the hallway with.
That's very
So I'll
weird.
just hang out in the bar.
Are you going to ever get another dog?
I don't think so.
Ever. It's just not on your list now.
Look, nobody's asking people whose like child dies like 3 months later if they're going to have another kid. That would be crazy.
You're so right. When
Yeah,
people have
how dare you?
miscarriages.
I just lost my dog and you're asking me to get another one. Like it hasn't even been 6 months. I'm just going to replace her?
I just think that dog owners get over this shit so quickly because they just always get new dogs. That's one of the reasons why I don't want dogs is because I have abandonment issues. So I know they're going to die. Why get a dog?
Well, I did have her for 14 years. So, I mean, it was a good ride.
But how sad were you when she died?
Really sad.
And still, obviously.
Yeah, I can't really talk about it.
My condolences. Did you get her stuffed?
No, I did talk about it. That's what I wanted. Well, because she always just sat on the chair like next to my bed. And so I wanted to get her stuffed and then I would just have her there.
I am telling you so fucking seriously.
Well, really, I didn't want to get her stuffed. I wanted to get her skinned so that I could just have like her hide, And then
disgusting.
it could lay on the chair and then I could just lay on the chair and like cuddle her.
Literally.
Look, I didn't do it.
Thank God. You got some sense about you.
Mostly because even getting her cremated was like $900.
What did you do with her?
I got her cremated.
Yeah, dogs are too expensive.
It's crazy.
Even costing you money after she died.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, because I had to put her to
Can't.
and then get her cremated.
So what would they have done if you didn't cremate her?
I don't know.
Left her in one of those black bags and a...
Yeah, I think there was another option.
Too much for you?
I mean, I'm doing okay. I don't know what the other option was. I think the other option was only like $150 cheaper. So I was like, how dare I be pinching pennies in this moment?
Of course.
Yeah. But I didn't get her skinned.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah. She also at the end there was like, her fur wasn't great,
It wouldn't have been good quality.
She would have died like 5 years earlier, maybe.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
That's like such a good opportunity.
There's people that do it.
The word gnarly.
Gnarly. Yeah, it doesn't get used enough.
Well, we're using it now.
Gnarly. But anyways, she's gone.
and you're not ready to move on, and people should stop asking dog owners of dead dogs.
I do get asked all the time, and it is fucking annoying, Paige. How dare you keep asking me when I'm going to get another dog? My dog just died.
Sorry. Do you know what movie that's from? I'm sorry. I'm probably not doing a good job.
Give me a hint.
Well, actually, I don't even know what movie it's from, but I know it's Diane Keaton.
Oh, First Wives Club.
Thank you. Love that movie.
Love
That's
that movie.
a top 10.
You don't know me.
Oh my god, love that movie.
Yeah.
Anything with Diane Keaton though.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a photo of my mom? They really look alike.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll have to show you. And then right after my mom died, my sister and Megan and I were flying up to Washington to go like look at her shit. You have experience with this.
Mm-hmm. I just got boxes 2 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they weren't good though. It's because my stepdad was moving out of the house that him and my mom lived in Illinois. And so my sister went up there to like help him pack up and move everything. Right. So then she boxed up our stuff, like childhood stuff. But really it was like yearbooks. It was like my culinary school stuff. Like I got rid of
nothing from your mom.
I trashed my yearbooks. Is that bad?
I wouldn't have done that.
What am I going to do with them? They're just going to sit on a shelf. I took some pictures of like my friend, like Shelby. It was like her yearbook, you know.
You could show them to your family later.
Why? When am I ever going to be like, let me get my yearbook and like...
I don't know. I guess we're different in that way. I am very sentimental.
How often do you look through your yearbooks?
I mean, mine's still in California, but like if I am forced to have children with whatever husband I find, I'll show my kids.
Yeah, but still, that's what I was thinking about when I got rid of them, is that I didn't care about any of my mom's stuff, like, prior to me being born, you know? Like, you want to see the stuff after when she's, like, a mom.
No, I would have loved to see stuff from before.
Yeah, but you're not, like, flipping through her yearbook. Maybe you're flipping through, like, photos.
Maybe once every 10 years. Yeah, keep it.
Well, it's gone.
Well, anyway, we went to the airport. We were flying to Washington to go look through my mom's shit, and guess who's in the airport at LAX? Diane Keaton. Weird sign. And of course, my oldest sister, Megan, does walk up to her sobbing, saying, "You remind my sisters of my mom."
What'd she say?
And she just died.
What'd she
I forget.
say?
I think I have a photo of it. I have a photo of them from afar. I think she was like, "I'm so sorry for your loss." And then like her keeper, you know, like not her, maybe her publicist or manager was like, "Okay, time to go." Stop harassing Miss Keaton.
Do you watch TikTok all the time? Right?
Ish. I'm getting better.
Not as much as me. Do you ever get on like Adele TikTok, like her residency? Never?
No, but I did just see Cammie Crawford. No, I did just see a TikTok about her seeing the doctor who delivered her.
Yeah, that one. But she also like always walks around and like people. So this woman like handed her a photo. It must have been a photo of like her child or something. And then like she's walking, still singing. And then you see her flip it over and she reads something. And then she like goes back and hugs. So if we ever go to an Adele concert, we have to like write sob stories on the back of photos in the hopes that we'll get her to come back over and hug us.
What a nice touch.
But
I'm sure
she
that's
is
obviously
always
her, but
crying and hugging at her concerts.
what a gem.
Such
I need
a gem.
to be more of an Adele fan.
You really do.
And stop listening to my 2000s R&B every single moment of the day.
You do you.
Cinco walks in my house every week. He's like, can't get enough of that 2000s, huh? No, I like it. It makes me feel comfortable and fun, but livening it up.
Livening it brings you back to the day.
Maybe. My heyday?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Was that your heyday? Do you feel like the 2000s?
No, I feel like now is my heyday, actually.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I'm in my prime.
Okay.
I said that last episode, I think. I feel like I'm cute. I'm going to be cuter soon after a chin liposuction.
Are you going to do it?
I need to call and make an appointment.
Why'd you send me that other thing?
I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Last time Rachel Great Idea Redhead Carlson was on Adultish Wines, we talked about wanting to get chin implants together by one get one free. Oh, sorry.
No. The opposite. Oh, nothing else needs to go there.
Dead. No.
Lipo. Suck it out.
Anyway, so Rachel just went to get a consultation and loved it.
Yeah. I told Paige, I was like, I'm going. My Botox girl recommended this girl. And we talked about it during Botox because I just got that done like 2 weeks ago. She was like, you got to go to my girl. She does the best, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I think. And so I made an appointment and I told Paige, she was like, oh my God, ask all the questions.
I was like,
Don't
how
forget
long is the
anything.
downtime from talking? But here's what I have decided. I think I'm going to go. I sent you the other place because there's a free consultation. And so I thought.
But I don't think we need to be going. That place looked very mass produced.
Yeah, it's like the joint for the chiropractic.
Where it's like, are these people even? Well, I mean, chiropractors, I don't really believe in anyways, but yeah, they're just like getting people off the street to like get their license and like come,
right.
They're making like $20 of the $100 that you like. We don't need a doctor like that.
No, we need to pay like I'd
prefer to pay money for this service.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go. I'm going to get a consultation and we're going to try and do it the best or the same day.
Yeah.
Rachel was like best friend bracelets, but chin lipo.
Yeah.
But I have a great idea.
What?
Because we're going to be wrapped up. Downtime is only one day, you said, right? But then wrapped up for a week.
Yeah. He said like you won't feel, or she said, you won't really feel good for, and they have you fully wrapped the first day, like really wrapped up.
Yeah.
But then you just wear like a little headband.
I want to ask you if you would be so kind as to do a podcast episode while we're wrapped up.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it would just be such a good fun memory for our kids to look back on.
Way better than a yearbook.
Way better. Way more entertaining.
I'll do that. We'll see how I feel.
No, I need your commitment now.
Okay. Committed. She really said that it wasn't bad. Except that I'm a redhead, so I bruise really easily.
Well, you'll be wrapped up, though.
I know, but she was like, you bruise a little. She was like, really, it's just yellow. But I'm like, people say that. And then I'm like, when I got lip filler one time and I was black and blue for weeks. And she was like, you're a redhead. So we'll see what my chin looks
really
like.
Got the shit end of the stick.
But we need to do it.
Sun.
I know. I can't do anything. We have to get it done early January so then we can have new chins for our birthdays.
I think it's perfect.
I keep asking people, knowing that they're not going to be like, don't. But I just want people to be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want more people to be like, yes, 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 yes.
All you need is me telling you yes. It's the right thing to do.
Well, I need you to go get your consultation. You need to call. What if they get booked up?
I'm going to call and I'm going to say I'm probably going to do it. Can you book the same date as Rachel Redhead Great Idea Carlson? And I'm probably going to be doing it. Tentatively book that.
My only concern is I'm also moving that month. Should I worry about that?
No.
I put it on silent. I thought I did.
I think this happened before.
I thought I did.
Rachel.
Okay, we're good. I could have sworn. I'm sorry.
Rachel Redhead Great Idea. Can't turn your fucking phone off, Carlson.
Can't turn your fucking phone off.
What the hell?
All right, well, I can't wait for
chin lipo.
So what she said was, so there's like over the muscle fat and then there's under the muscle fat. And over the muscle fat is really easy because they just go in, they make 2 little incisions next to your ear and then 1 incision here and they just suck it out. It gets harder and you have to go under like general anesthesia if it's under the skin fat, like under the muscle fat. But she was like, she literally sat down next to me and she like looked at me and then like she was like, yeah, you're a great candidate, which I told you.
I have so much worse than you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the great fat.
It's over.
You can tell it's over. They just need to suck that right out.
Suck it out.
Yeah, suck it right out.
It's perfect for our birthdays, and then I want to do an adultish photo shoot.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And you can do a profile.
And do what?
You can do a side photo.
Oh, God.
We'll see.
Maybe. It still might be self-conscious for me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Never would have thought in my life
that you would be doing it. I know, me either.
It's just like, I mean, it's expensive.
It's not crazy though.
But it's going to be worth it.
So worth it.
I was telling you that I have so many insecurities, but like,
and they said do it now because our skin is still like pops back,
Okay.
Because then they don't have to do like skin tightening because it'll just pop back. So do it now. They were like, do it now. Don't wait until your skin's like loose and then you have to.
Gross.
Gross.
I don't like that.
I know.
Okay.
How old are you again?
33.
Yeah. You're going to be 34.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing your birthday dinner this year?
I was thinking about this. Should we talk about it?
Yeah.
Because should we talk about it? You got a little upset last year.
It wasn't about you.
I know, but it was fun though, right?
It was so, oh my God, your birthday dinners are the best.
So
I'm so
fun.
happy to be invited.
Well, I was thinking I might do a brunch.
Oh, you did mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
I was thinking I might do a brunch because everybody's old and has kids and it's lame. So when we do a Saturday night, like people can come, but then they go home early. Like I want to stay up and like drink.
That's fine with me because I'm going to try and run a 10K.
Saturday or Sunday?
I can't remember if it's the 13th or the 14th. But so I'll just come after.
Well, I think my birthday is a Tuesday. So I think you're a Monday. So I think the Sunday before would be the.
No, the Sunday's the 14th.
Oh, is it? You're going to run a 10K on the 14th?
I'm going to try.
Then we can't do brunch.
Yeah, because I'll be done running the 10K and join you at brunch.
What time is the 10K?
It depends on how fast I fucking run. I think it's at like 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning.
10 mile? No, 5 miles.
No, it's because the 5K is 3.1 miles, so it's double that. 6.2.
Yeah, 6. I've done them.
I'd be like, Sabragger.
Have you ever done it?
No, not ever. And
I've
I would
done
love
it a couple
to one
times.
day.
I used to always do the turkey trot. So before Thanksgiving.
One day I would like to, with my new hip and my new ankle, run a little bit.
Yeah, do it. I've done it. Well, I've only done the turkey trot twice, but I ran them both. And the first time I like trained for it, or like kind of, I was running at the time, and I did it with my sister's boyfriend, maybe like my sister too, not the one she was dating, a different one. And we did a good job. And then the next year he was like, do you want to do it again? And I was like, sure. And like day of, he was like, when's the last time you ran a 10K? And I was like, well, last year on Thanksgiving. And then we're running and I'm like getting ready to be done at like mile 4. And then this guy comes past. He's staying with me because he's like, you're running the whole way. I'm staying with you. Let's go. And then this guy passes us who doesn't have legs, who just has those, like U-shaped.
Prosthetics.
Yeah. But not even prosthetic,
Yeah.
the like U-shape that.
Uh-huh.
And we both look at him.
passes you?
Yeah. And we both look at him and I'm like, fuck, fine. Let's go. Like,
And you did it?
yeah.
Holy shit.
I finished because I was like, if he can
You didn't
do it-
walk?
No, I don't walk.
Do you want to do it with me this year?
On my birthday when I have to cook a
All right, fine.
huge
Fuck you.
brunch.
Well, there's a 5K on that the day before, so we can do the 5K together.
5K is easy. Yeah. Bang that out.
Maybe it's a good thing for me to start with.
Yeah. You don't even
I
run,
just did a
do you?
5K. No. I just did a 5K walk last weekend, and my friend was like, well, he's an older friend. He's Uncle Roy, family member.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, you're going to lead us. I was like, not with these hips. But like, then I realized that he obviously doesn't know that I had hip surgery, and that made zero sense to him. You know what I mean?
He was like, yeah, those hips.
he was like, yeah, those hips.
Get in the front. You didn't tell me what happened with that.
Oh, I introduced, but I was so scared. You guys know I don't approach people. So I was so scared.
I think you do approach people.
I cannot approach someone who I'm attracted to.
I feel like you've been saying, I'm just going to approach them. I'm just going to approach them. And I'm like, what? You're just going to walk up to somebody
Yeah.
and talk to them?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So you
trying
did.
it. So I did. And he's either 1, not interested, or 2, in a relationship, I think.
Okay.
I did introduce myself. I like made a little funny joke. I ended up requesting his friendship on Instagram immediately after. He accepted my request and I said, like, nice to meet you today. He liked it and said, nice to meet you too, and didn't follow me back.
Was there a girl on his page?
No girl. So
Nobody knows him?
No, not really.
Nobody's got any insight.
But proud of myself for doing it. Marathon continues.
Well, maybe just keep liking his stuff, like people do to you. Like his stuff, comment on his stuff.
I just feel like if he was interested, he would have followed me back or like created
I
more
agree,
of a
but I
conversation.
think boys are stupid sometimes.
Really?
I don't know. Cinco?
Cinco, should I press it? Should I say something
No,
else?
if he was interested, he'd be interested.
He would have followed me back or been like, really nice to meet you. Like, what are you doing next weekend?
Well, even if you were at a charity function for...
Yeah, because I
Suicide?
asked him afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and I did introduce myself in a very friendly way. I wasn't like googly eyed, I was talking
Yeah.
about the foundation and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll invite him to be a guest on the podcast. So
a lot
many
of
people
people did.
asked about the art guy.
Well,
Israel?
Israel? I know. I was
No,
like, do you like
everyone.
that guy?
I think he's super cute. And he's super funny. We definitely have a similar personality because I'm obviously following him on social media, and he's a little bit of a dick, and I'm a little bit of a dick. So I think it fits.
He's got a girlfriend, though.
I don't think so. No, he's single. He said he doesn't have time for it. Doesn't want or doesn't have time.
Yeah.
He's not my typical type, but he's cute.
All right. Well, yeah, just invite guys on the podcast that you're interested in and see if anything happens.
No, but the guy that I am talking about from the gala.
You have to leave immediately after.
No, you have to stay.
No.
Yes.
How are you going to have any intimate moments if there's another person in the room?
I don't
Then
know.
you just like hang
but
out
to
on
be
the
honest with
couch
you,
after the pod.
No, it's like I keep it so businessy though. I don't think I would. It's not necessarily a good place to like meet or create.
I never
dynamic.
feel like you're gonna have sex with me after the episode.
Perfect. I'm giving out the right impression. You know, I haven't had sex in a long time.
No.
Yeah.
I finally have.
Oh my God,
Tables
yeah.
have turned.
The tables have turned. These are the days of our lives.
We can't talk about it though.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, that's a tease. Wait, we do need to get on that topic though.
All right, should we talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
All right, where do we begin?
Well, let's begin with, I think a couple months ago, I did end up, like, I was not dating for a couple months, and I remembered, like, talking about that on the pod. I was like, I'm talking to one guy, but, like, I'm not on the apps.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't dating, and then I came back one podcast, and I always have you in my head, because I was like, you're always like, I think you make quick decisions. Like, you're always not dating, or then you are.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, guys, I'm dating again. I thought of you. But the reason why I did start dating again, even though I wasn't even ready, I remember being like, I do not want to.
It's my fault.
It's your fault because dun, 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 dun. You go.
Because I'm great idea, Rachel.
Yeah, this is just adding
this was
to your
maybe one of my greatest ideas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, tell
All right,
the Whinersss.
so we have a group of girls that are single, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to one of them one day, and we were both like, I hate online dating. I hate dating. It's so annoying. Everybody hates it. We were all kind of in like a lull of we had dated terrible people and so sick of being on the apps.
This was actually the day after we recorded the last podcast.
Was it?
Yep.
Well, maybe it was in my head.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. We had just gone over our Hinge profiles.
Yes.
Yeah, it probably was. Okay, so I was in the car, and I was just like, all right, how do we make this fun? Like, how do we figure this out? Nobody wants to do it. We're never going to meet anybody if we're not doing it. So how do we do it? So I was like, what if we incentivized ourselves? Like, there has to be some kind of, how do we all pool together? And that's what I was like, okay, we pool together. We all put money in, and then somebody wins at the end of the month and wins that money. So then not only are you going out on dates, you're also winning money. And then it kind of escalated from there. Well, after I thought about it, I went and I called every single one of us, and I pitched the idea to every single one. And some people were excited about it, and some people were not as excited. But I feel like the people that weren't excited came around very quickly and then became like the number one rule followers and delegators of the group.
It did sound, when you pitched it to me, it did sound like a really wild idea.
Yeah.
I think you pitched it to me. You called me and you said,
I pitched it as a fantasy dating league.
Yeah, you were like, I have a great idea. You know the fantasy leagues that people do for sports. We need to do one of those for dating.
Yes.
And I was like, no, that's wild because
no,
money.
I feel like you were.
I was just like,
okay.
No, I was in, but I was like, the money thing is weird. Like immediately, I was like, I just don't know if we can like do that.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
You felt a little uncomfortable about it, or like, how would that work? So I pitched it to all of our single girlfriends, and everybody came around, and we're like, we're on board. And so then we
met up,
set a meeting.
We set our first board
at
meeting
the Traveling Spirit offices. I made cocktails.
Which is wild because she doesn't make cocktails anymore.
Yeah, but I was trying to get people in the mood. And it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. So talk us through, it's really a brilliant business plan, an idea. But
that is the idea. And I think that's why we got on board with it. We have been beta testing it now.
We've been beta testing
it. Because we do want to create an app.
Because it has worked.
Yeah. How we go about creating the app has given us a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
However, we're still beta testing. We're only 2 months in.
Yeah. So explain as
Okay.
Simple as possible, the way that it works.
Okay. So our group created a spreadsheet and we keep track of points on a monthly basis. So our fantasy league goes month to month, right? Or in the beginning, there were 5 people involved. So it was 5 of us. Every single person put in $100 at the beginning of the month. Or like, we didn't put in $100, but you know.
That's what we're
like, what does
wagering.
Amber Heard say when she, on the Johnny Depp trial? Okay, this is off topic. She was like, they were like, you didn't give the money to charity. And she was like, what did she say? Yeah, I pledged the money.
Pledged.
So we all pledged $100. Okay, so we all pledged $100. And then at the end of the month, whoever has the most amount of points wins fantasy and gets the money. So gets $400 of other people's money and then didn't have to spend $100. So we started doing it. And it was really helpful that one of the girls actually plays fantasy because none of us actually play fantasy football.
Sports. Yeah.
No, yeah, we don't even really understand sports or like how those work. So she was really helpful in how fantasy is actually categorized. So we started going through it, and because not only was it supposed to incentivize us to go on dates, it was supposed to incentivize us to go on dates and actually like enjoy our time doing it. Not just, okay, I get points doing this, so I'm going to do this over and over and over again. You know, we really did it with the best intentions. So we did stuff like, so each date is a point value. The first month we had it backwards to where it is now. So it was like first date is worth the least amount of points, like 5 points. And then the 5th date was worth the most amount of points, 25 points. We've since switched that.
Which I do think makes so much more sense.
To incentivize people to keep going on those first dates. And I'll tell you why in a second. But the first month, low points for first date, high points for 5th date. And then you get kickers. So you go on a first date and you go to dinner. You know, that's an additional 10 points. You go on a first date and you do an activity like going to Topgolf or going bowling or whatever. That's an additional 5 points. You go on an unpaid activity like a walk. Like that's a very low value point
But
system.
you still get points.
Yeah, but you still get points. You do things that get you over like humps of liking people. Like you have a first kiss. That's additional points. You meet friends or family. That's additional points. What are some other ones?
You make a homemade dinner or they make you a homemade dinner because
so you're like going to their...
That's escalating things. It's more intimate.
Right. It's not you're not just going on a coffee date. That's probably
moving
like
along.
a third date. And then there are deductions. So we can't have sex with these people until after the 5th date or we get deductions. So the first month we did it, like the first date was 5 points. And if you had sex with them on the first date, it was negative 25 points.
Yeah.
If you cancel on people within 24 hours, that's a deduction because we're trying to avoid things like that.
Because we all took our personal experiences into this board meeting that we had. Like, how many times have you canceled on a date last minute because you knew it was going to suck, or you were blah, blah, blah.
Or you got in your head
and
you were just like, you were tired. And so you were like, fuck this.
So this was incentivizing us to not cancel within a certain amount of time. And then we also got rewarded, or not rewarded, but points if people canceled on us last minute because we're trying.
We're trying. Number one, we had a date set. That meant that we couldn't set another date. So if somebody canceled on me, like I get points for that. I did everything I was supposed to do. It's not my fault that they canceled on me.
Yeah.
I got a lot of cancellation points.
You did. You did.
I was probably the queen of cancellation points. So that's how it worked. So
and the goal of it, though, and something that I want to make sure to like drive home is the goal is not to get the most amount of points by going on luxury dates or high price dates or things like that. And like to make a guy buy these things for you. The goal is to go on quality dates with people that you're interested in, to be excited about it, to open yourself up to new things, and to date long term. That is how you win. By going on more and more and more dates, you get more points, more kickers. And when you get a boyfriend or you do a soft launch on Instagram or you introduce to friends and family, you get more points. So it's not about casual. It's not the app for casual dating, or you know what I mean? Like, it's the app, like it's already been made. It's the idea for people to enjoy dating again and hopefully find long-term partners.
Yeah,
because you have to date to find a long-term partner.
Not only if you actively are dating and trying to do it, are you hopefully potentially finding someone, but you also potentially will get money and get braggers rights. I mean, we did it with a group of girls that are all like very competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all single in our 30s, so I don't know.
I will say we did have a good mix, though. I think some of us were uber competitive, some of us were in the middle, and some of us were like kind of fine. So it was interesting to see that dynamic too.
Yeah. It was
group.
crazy to see the dynamic. What would you say about my dating style? Habits.
I think that, well, as a whole, I think that it pushed everyone out of their comfort zones, even just a little bit for some people, and for some people a lot of it. For me, I was accepting dates with people that were below my height requirement. Not for the points, but to open myself up and try new things.
Yeah.
I was going on second and third dates with people that I was like, I'm not sure if I'm feeling, and typically would have been like, nope, 100%, never saying that person again, but giving them a chance. You know what I mean? I think that you and two of the other people that participated were very negative about the apps going into it. Like, we were just on the podcast talking about it the day before you came up with this idea. Like, they're so annoying. How are we going to find someone? Everyone's lying, or they're not funny. They don't make conversation. Like, I think you and two other people were in really negative headspaces about apps.
Yeah.
And
I think just dating in general.
Dating in general, which has become so centralized around dating apps. But you and the two other people really found the most success with it.
Well, I haven't found complete success
No.
with it. However,
But you've
say, I mean, I wasn't dating before because I always just use the excuse like, I'm too busy, I'm too busy. And when I have downtime, I'd rather spend it with people that I know that I enjoy spending time with, rather than the potential of going out on a date and having a terrible time. However, I am very competitive. So for me to go out on my night off and get points and potentially like win. And it made it we
fun.
Also found, and we also did, was we created like a group chat with the group of people. And so every night that we came back from a date or the next day, we were videoing, recapping our dates. And so there was like such a great...
There was encouragement. There was advice. There was like,
it was funny. We were joking around about the dates, or like really excited for the other person.
We were sharing like, hey, I just went to Puttery. It was so fun. It was a great first date. Highly recommend you go there. It was like, I don't know if I want to say like a bonding experience, but it was a pretty like uplifting community.
It created community.
So for your specific dating style, I was impressed that you got back out there and started dating. Like, I was expecting to see a little bit more reserve from you because you just hadn't really like.
Well, I feel like I started strong both months and then like tapered off and then went hardcore at the end.
You did go. We both went hardcore at the end. But then one of the other people that was involved was so in the negative headspace about dating and apps, was like, apps are like, you're never going to meet anyone off apps. Like, you're never going to meet these people in real life. Like, you just don't have things in common. Why be on the apps? And she found a boyfriend.
Yeah, she has a
through
real
this game.
Boyfriend.
And another person on the app has been seeing someone now throughout the 2 months. Like, they're not, I don't think, official at this day and time, but like found success as well. Yeah. And this person was somebody who also was just like, fuck the fucking apps. Like, I hate this shit.
She found somebody the first month and then found somebody new the second month too.
Yeah. So like, I think that like it really worked.
It really did work. Really, the first person who is with a serious relationship now, like, you could really tell that it worked because of her.
100%.
Because she hadn't dated somebody seriously, had been over it like me, hated everybody she came in contact with. Like, we both were like, do we just not even like men anymore? Like, what is the deal? She went on, well, she also got lucky. We can say that. Her guy was like activity.
That's true. And that was the previous point system. I mean, I still think, besides the points, like, the quality of the person she met is so great and whatever. We also can't tell the person until after date 5 that we're doing a fantasy dating app because that could compromise the points. They could be like, let's go to Paris.
Correct.
But also, I do want to touch on, we do have like community guidelines or like best practices for dating. So I already said this a little bit, but like, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, don't kiss someone because you get 5 points.
I might have kissed a couple.
You did do that once.
Okay,
that should have been a negative.
Yeah, but maybe it would have, like, It's not like I was like, make out with me for the points. It happened organically. I probably wouldn't have kissed them.
Right, true.
If it wasn't worth trying.
True. And by the
However,
way, it is all
I
honor
didn't
system.
make the move.
It's all honor system.
Right.
So it is more, I think we're thinking more of like a group of friends type deal.
Yeah, you can't really do it with people you don't
Can't
know.
really do it with strangers, but maybe potentially. But yeah, I mean, I'm still single.
Well, I mean, what happened at the end of the second month got a little shady.
Who?
Well, just you and I. We were like hardcore going at it. We were like neck and neck at the end.
Why
Not
did it
that
get
we
shady,
did
though?
anything shady, but were we doing it in the best, you know, would we have gone on 6 dates in 2 days if it wasn't 48 hours until it ended and we were both trying to win?
True.
You know, you went
True.
on like 3 dates on one day. I was asking a man I had just started seeing, like, do you want to get dinner? Do you want me to go? Can I meet you for a drink? I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm leaving a dinner right now. Can I just meet you really quick? Like, I probably would not have gone that hard.
Okay, but to put that into perspective too is oh wait, where was I going with that? That yeah, you probably wouldn't have. You would have just gone home, but like you're making the time. I understand it is a lot. I'm not disagreeing with you, but like you are making the time to go do more.
But that's the problem
To
now.
put yourself
I'm like,
out
God,
there.
I went so hard with this guy, and like that's my problem.
so right, he thinks that that's you.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I can't call or text you ever.
Oh my god, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?" She was all about it.
I know.
You need
I
to
went
tell him
too
about fantasy
hard.
dating now.
I don't know.
So, what are your thoughts?
So, who wants to help us create a dating app?
So, we've told several people about
We
it.
just need investors, maybe like $100,000 to $500,000.
I have spoken to some people that have been interested in exploring the idea of investing.
Everybody's interested.
It's
Honestly,
such a great idea.
3 out of 5 people
Succeeded.
are dating people in 2 months. What we're really concerned about now is retention.
Retention.
Because
It's tough out here.
people are
Yeah, because I
gonna
was
get
like,
on the app and then get off the app.
right. I was like, are we doing it again this month? And it's like, well, it's kind of just going to be me and you.
I know. If
Which
we
does
did
it,
it would just be me and you.
but
I need a break. I've been going too hard.
I needed a break before we started. I do think that's why I was unsuccessful.
But it
a
is
part
gonna
of
be
why
hard
I
to
was
do it during
unsuccessful.
Christmas.
Yeah.
If
Maybe we
did
start
it
back up in
December.
the new year.
Our birthdays. After Chin, we're gonna take a week off for Chin Life, Bo,
Perfect.
and then we have our birthdays.
Great. It's perfect timing.
Okay.
I
Well,
love-
it has been really fun. It's been good. It has made me not hate dating as much as I did hate dating.
what was the biggest reason that it made you not hate dating? Like the community afterwards?
Yeah, the community afterwards. Because I went on some terrible dates. I mean, you guys like all listened to my.
Would you not have just told your friends and vented about that anyway? You just probably would have kept it to yourself. And
No, I would have gone on those I would have gone on a terrible date, and I would have been like, "Fuck this," and never gone on another date again for 3 months.
Right.
Yeah,
But you
and
had
been
to
like,
keep going.
I'm out. Yeah.
And you know what else you did that you hadn't done in a while was
What?
somebody reached out to reconnect with you. Not in a
Mhm.
while, but somebody reached out to reconnect with you after how many years, and you were open to it. Maybe because of the points in the game, but
For
it
sure.
actually ended up going
I
well.
probably would not have gone on a date with him because.
You were closed minded and
Yeah.
da 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 da. You're in the past.
Yep. But I was like, look, I used to like this guy. It'll be an easy point grab. Take me to dinner, get the extra points, and then it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Do you think it's sustainable?
The fantasy league.
Fantasy League.
I don't know. That's the problem. Is it's because we go so hard, or I feel like we go so hard. We're just not used to dating like that.
I mean, I'm a big dater.
Yeah, you are. I don't know. I mean, I could do it another month. I could keep going. This is how you have to do it. This is one of the girls who doesn't participate as much as the other girls. She just gives us her money. She was like, this is such hard work. And yeah, it's like anything that you do, if you're going to do it well, it probably is going to take hard work. Like that's what we were all saying in the beginning. Like we always send each other memes or, Instagram videos or whatever about like dating and about what people say. And people are like, if you spent the same amount of time trying to date as you did other things that you were trying to do, like working out or your job or whatever.
It's a numbers game.
Right. It's a numbers game.
You got to play to win.
You got to put in the work.
It's like people
It
don't
doesn't
even
just
want to
happen.
get up and work.
People don't even want to get up and work.
People do not want to get up and date.
No, I don't.
I'm taking a break.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I said I was taking a break and you've been like, all right,
No.
let's take a break.
I'm taking a break.
I'm good with that. Let's take
Which
a
is
break.
not good. But I'm exhausted. I got canceled on so many times, too.
I know.
Those points probably should. No, I did never make those points.
Oh, you really have to solidify the date.
It was planned. I could not make a date with somebody else. I thought I was going somewhere twice.
I would have given it to you. The other girls thought that you
Well, then
shouldn't
Venmo
get
me
the
my
point.
money back.
I still would have won.
No.
I wouldn't have had sex on them. We changed it the second month. It wasn't fifth date, you get deduction for points. It was third date, you get deduction. if
Which
you
is
have
more
sex.
realistic for people our age.
But I looked, it was the last night of October, and Paige was going hard for the last 2 days, and so was I. But I just looked at the spreadsheet real quick before the end of the night, and I was like, I'm up 20. I got points to play with. So I did what I had to do. But I would not. But if I was scared about losing, I could have held back. I would have been just fine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went that long. I think I could hold off another day
That's true.
for $300.
It was quite the run you and I had.
Yeah, it was.
The
It was pretty
last.
funny.
I'm
Well,
just,
I think it's been fun. We need to figure it out.
I think it has been fun. We need to move forward, and I think we need to do more testing. I think we need to get another group involved, and somebody needs to be like the admin of another group. Maybe my sister would want to do it.
I do have other people that want to do it, like in the new year,
that
are into it.
I think we need to just talk about it and do it.
We
And-
need somebody to build us an app.
I feel like I must know some people. I'm gonna work on it.
Okay.
And we need investors.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because what do you think an app costs? Like $60K?
I think for a pretty bare minimum.
A really basic app. Like right now, we're just using Excel,
Yeah.
and it's doing the trick.
Yeah, but you want it to be appeasing and appealing to
And easy.
and easy.
Yeah.
We'll keep those things twirling. But let us know your thoughts. You want to be involved? You want to
Yeah.
pick us up? You want to
Sound
sponsor
off in
us?
the comments.
Sound off in the comments. Everybody needs to sound off in the
But, like,
comments
where are the
all
comments?
the time.
I saw, I'm a toaster. I listen to the toast all the
Love
time.
the toast.
And she was posting like questions and answer on her Instagram one time, and somebody was like, correct me if I'm dumb, but like you always say sound off in the comments, and like what comments are you talking? You know, because it's like on Spotify.
No, you can
Like,
comment.
what comments are we talking about?
You can comment on Spotify. Shout out to my downstairs neighbor, Ana Maris. She comments on
Oh,
every
she
single
does?
episode on Spotify.
What does she say? You were
She-
so loud.
No, not that yet. She'll just say things like, I don't know, like loved your guest, I'm following her now, or like just
Fun.
interacting.
Yeah,
She's just
I didn't know
A
you could
supporter.
comment on Spotify.
well, why don't you start commenting on
I will.
Instagram first and then get over to Spotify?
Yeah, but you're not posting a full episode on Instagram.
Like, comment, share, whatever.
Yes, I'm on it. I am on it.
You too, Cinco.
Yeah, Cinco.
Everyone.
Well, will you please tell Katie Carlson, because she really controls my Instagram.
She does the commenting?
She does.
You're blaming it on her.
She does the majority of the Instagram.
I can't wait for her to listen to this. You're never on your Instagram?
She's the one that responds to all my comments on my Instagram. For
Well,
real.
Go. Okay, then start
Katie?
commenting on my shit.
Katie, part of the job is going to Adultish Wines every day and commenting on whatever she posted.
Thank you so much.
You're
Also,
welcome.
you have an action item from today
What? What?
to get some merch.
Oh, yeah. I do need some Adultish Wines merch. What have I been
Cinco
doing?
is in the
I need a
building
hat.
with an Adultish Wines Always Be a Gentleman sweater. And I told him, and this is no flirty way at all. He looks very handsome in the sweatshirt.
He does look handsome. Are we going to talk about
The pocket?
Are we going to talk about that the sweatshirt was made in China by child laborers and they don't know how to use?
You don't know that.
All right.
I need to find out if it's ethically made.
Made in the USA?
It's through a third-party site called Printful.
Definitely.
That's why everything's so expensive too, is in order for me to see any profit from it, it needs to be marked up because they're taking some of it too. So that's why a wine glass is $1,000.
Yeah. You sell wine glasses?
Yeah, little, the stainless steel ones.
Oh, okay, like tumblers.
Tumblers.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Singo walked in. He's like, I don't know, the pocket's a little weird. So I'm going to have to send that over to...
We measured it. It was.
It's a 1/4 of an inch off, which is so interesting of you to notice. I would have noticed the same thing.
I don't think I would have noticed.
Well, I think it's just a hand size difference. His hand, bigger than yours. Like, you probably could fit them both in there. His hands are probably bigger.
Yes. It does look good, though. I need to get one.
And they're so comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone needs to get one.
I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm on it.
And you know what I'm going to do?
What?
Not tomorrow, but I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to go get a business account.
Yes. I keep yelling at you.
For a whole year, I've been needing to do it.
It's just going to make it easier on you at the end of... Now you're going to have to do taxes and you didn't have a business account the whole year and you've just been putting business transactions on your personal account. You're going to have to itemize those and it's just going to be so annoying.
So annoying.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Thanks.
That's the first thing you do. You have an LLC, don't you?
Yeah.
You get an LLC so that you can get a business bank account. That's like
the reason.
One, the other. Like step 1 and 2.
Should I do Chase or B of A?
I mean, my friend's dad yells at me all the time. Like, the big banks are the worst and you should never get business.
I should do a credit union?
You should do a credit union because they're more likely to give you funds. Like, these big banks don't fucking care about you. Even like Bank of America, I've been with them for 5 years and we make money. I think I tried to get a business loan like 3 years ago and you had to make like over $250,000 to even like get any kind of loan at all.
Okay.
I mean, I made more than that, but it's really difficult for them to lend you money, whereas a credit union would probably be more likely. He's always like, my banker, my banker, my banker. I'm like, you're a 70-year-old man. Like, of course you have a banker.
What's your type?
You had one in the 80s. Yeah, obviously. You had one in the 80s and he's been friends with you ever since. Like, banker relationships don't exist anymore.
I do have a credit union through the union in California. You should get
a business bank account through a credit union or something smaller. They're more likely to give you funds.
Maybe I'll just see if I can still do it through them and say I still live in LA. Sometimes. Oh, but my address will need to be here. That's tricky. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's all just too hard. Like it's all just too much. I know. But once it's done, it's done. What do I always say? I always say, right now is the hardest thing it'll ever be. Start over.
I know. It'll never be harder than it is right now.
Yeah, you do say that.
Yeah, I do say that.
You're right.
Because then you figure it out and then it gets easier. So like anything that you have to figure out, it's always really hard in the moment. And then a couple months down the line, it was like, that was hard. I do it every day. Now I do it every day.
I do it every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what was
like
really
how
nice?
hard was editing when you first started?
Fucking awful.
Yeah, and now
an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Someone
Start over.
Just always gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like it's
Try
just not.
Again.
It's just not gonna hit if you were stumbling.
What do I always say?
What do I always say?
What do I always say again? Tell me.
I had Phil on last week from the Poor Hosen podcast.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, it comes out on.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet.
It comes out the 6th. So,
Okay.
But I interviewed him last week, or I had him on last week, and we were talking about like food and Thanksgiving dishes. And Carolyn was here in the studio, and I was like, Carolyn, what is that thing I make for Thanksgiving? And Phil was like, obviously it's not good. You can't even remember the fucking name. And I was like,
stop making it.
No. I was like, no, I'm just trying to remember if it was sweet potatoes or yams. You know the confusion there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but that reminded me of you. Sweet potatoes.
Oh, okay.
The orange. No. Yams. That's why I'm confused. They're yams. They're yellow. I make the
there's
yellow
different-
ones.
Okay. How do you do it with marshmallow?
Yeah. Only on half, though, for crazy people who don't eat the marshmallows.
I never participate in.
Sweet potatoes at all?
Not with the marshmallow.
What if it's only on half?
No. I'll do the cranberry sauce, like that's my sweet, you know? I like to do turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, but homemade green bean casserole. I'm not getting canned shit.
Do you
And I'm going to roast my mushrooms. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do cream of mushroom soup. I blanch the green beans, and then I make like bechamel, and I roast mushrooms. And then I fry my crispy onions, and I make it all. And then that and some cranberry. I do like the canned cranberry. I like it better than like a homemade cranberry
I
jelly.
do not like homemade.
Like I like to just slice.
I like to see the can mark still.
Yeah. I want a slice of the cranberry jelly. And
do you know what I'm going to bring
that's
this year
what
for
I like.
an appetizer and a roll? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring pinwheels.
You're just going to stuff, like nobody's going to go for it.
I'm kidding. I'm not bringing pinwheels.
I just want to make sure you understand why you shouldn't. It's because nobody's going to go for it because they need to save themselves for the real deal.
Whatever. I haven't even talked about my Thanksgiving plans. Do they know I'm coming?
Don't you guys go to the same place every year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also kind of want to be on a beach somewhere. I
know.
might, if I still get a cheap ticket, I might just go.
Go somewhere.
Just by myself.
Yeah. They're opening up a new really cool hotel in Galveston. Not that Galveston's cool at all, but I'll send you
I
the
was
link.
thinking like Mexico.
Yeah. But I do want to go to this hotel.
Okay. All right. It's like glam or what?
Yeah, like cool. And like cool doesn't exist in Galveston.
Okay. It's probably
But
gonna
hopefully it'll be
expensive as
like
fuck.
well, it's not crazy right now, but I think if they haven't opened yet, they're about to open.
Is it a red flag if you get in the Galveston water?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Somebody said that.
You just feel like disgusting. You're covered in like filth.
Gross.
I mean, I don't get in it.
What if you have to pee? What do you do?
Go back to the house or the hotel room.
What if you're just at the beach for the day?
I'm not.
You're a redhead.
Or like go to a restaurant.
You're going to walk all the way through the sand,
Look,
up the stairs, across the highway.
Look at me. I'm not hanging out on a beach for 8 hours straight. I've got like 2 good hours in me.
That is where we
out.
differ.
Yeah.
We differ in so many ways.
I can't just hang out on a beach.
Right.
I die.
So sorry about that.
Yeah, I need
My
like, the
condolences
shade.
again.
It's a rough life. It's a rough life.
What's your wine of the week?
I have been having, I feel like it's,
Stop moving your mic.
shut up.
You did this last time too.
Because I start thinking I need to like twirl the.
Let me get you a fucking stress ball.
I don't know. I mean, I'm having a lot of dentist issues
Okay.
lately. Well, I had like an implant. That's a whole story. But I need just like a regular dentist. The dentist I've been going to is too expensive. So I don't want to go get my teeth cleaned there because then they're like, oh, okay, get 2 cavities filled. It'll only be $1,500. I need to go somewhere maybe not as nice for my cleaning so that not
Go to
nice.
Mexico.
No, I'm not going to Mexico. But I just hate the whole system. I just hate all of it.
Yeah, it's all a scam.
I hate every single thing about it. I hate that they can be like, yes, you have dental insurance, but like none of it's covered. I hate trying to find a doctor.
Yeah.
I hate everything.
And they're
about
like,
it.
want to get the
Do you have a
fluoride? It's
dentist?
mandatory, but also it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mandatory. We really think you should have it, but it's $200 extra. It's not covered by insurance.
No.
What the fuck?
No, I do not have a dentist. The last time I went
When's
to
the
the
last time?
dentist was probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was in California. It was when I still had my costuming insurance.
What's life like without costuming
It's
insurance?
not at the
now?
doctor's office. It's
Yeah.
not at the dentist. It's nowhere. Like my hip is hurting, as you know, and I'm like, I'm not going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Like-
but don't be like me.
I'm not doing it. But the last time I went to the dentist, basically, I don't know, they just like work with entertainment or insurances and stuff all the time. So they like hooked me up. I honestly think I might just go back there next time I'm in LA because I already have an account there. Like even if it's with a different insurance, I'll see what the prices are. But just be like, do a cleaning, get me out of here.
Well, that's the thing. I want to go to a nice dentist, but not as nice as I've been going to, so that when they say like you need to fill 3 cavities, it's not covered with insurance. It's not $1,500. It's like $600. You know?
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Do you think you have cavities?
I don't know. Maybe. I also think it's like car people. Like, I don't know what's going on in there. I go to one place and they tell me I have 2 cavities, and then I go to another place and they're like, you don't have any cavities. What are you talking about? I'll see you in 6 months. But how do I know?
Hello? Did you not listen to my whole leasing fucking car saga? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't have enough information to be able to, I can't be like yes or no. It just depends on who you go to. Like, you can't trust any of them. They're all fucking scam con artists.
I've been so happy to have a hairstylist in my life, my whole life, but I've always just wanted somebody in the car business in my life.
Right.
I would have switched that if I had the choice.
Oh, I do have the FedEx guy now.
Yeah. What's that going to do for you?
Well, he's
going to ship your packages
camper.
for free? He did start it? No way.
He did it on Sunday.
No.
And he's like a car guy. He's like, I fix my friends' cars all the time. Like, I do all of it. So I think I have a car guy now.
Wow.
What a turn of events.
What a turn of events. The FedEx guy who you thought was hot ends up being your employee.
I had a huge crush on the FedEx guy for like the last year and a half. Every time I knew I was getting a FedEx package, I'd like dress for the office. He went away for a while. Come to find out, like,
to
he
jail?
got fired. No.
Sounded like
fired for
he
not
went away for a while.
seatbelt.
Oh my God.
And then he came back and he immediately like knocked on my door. Can I use your restroom? But really, he was just coming to see me.
Wait, so is he into you?
Well, he came by the office again like last week, and within the first 5 minutes, I realized that
you're not.
This has been a fantasy that should have never been figured out. Yeah. However, we started talking, and he knows how to pull trailers and campers, and so I was like, "Do you want to do that
for me?
Do you want to do that here for me?" And he was like, "Yeah." Blah 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 blah. So I was like, "Can you work Sunday?" So he did it.
Did you like accompany him?
Yeah, he drove my car because I'll have to insure him.
Got to make sure that it's like really going to work out.
Yeah. So
that is so exciting.
I know, really exciting.
Wow, that just fell into your lap.
Fell into my lap.
Congrats.
I know.
I hope it works
so
out.
I think that that's what he was meant to, you know. I wasn't meant to be in a relationship with the FedEx guy. He was meant to be in my life in a different way.
Manifestation. Careful
I
what
would
you wish
prefer
for.
to have somebody that drives the camper than
You're
a
so
boyfriend.
happy to have a
than
puller.
a boyfriend any day of the week. Give that to me all day long. It does more for my life. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting.
Great news for you.
Yeah. And that's
it.
That's that.
Okay. Well, Whinersss, let us know what your thoughts are on the Fantasy Dating League app. Would we want to call it the Fantasy Dating League app?
I don't know if we figured out like what we were calling it, because we started like getting away from the sport mentality.
It's still a good setup, but
I think it's a way for people to understand what it is. But I think if we do like progress, then we need to get away from the sports analogies, and
we need to
have
hear
it
from the single people though.
Be its own thing. Yeah.
Like if that would make it fun.
Because we started figuring out that we are driving this towards women, and women don't play as much you know.
Yeah, but also part of it is like we're playing in a fantasy league too, motherfuckers.
Also, we want to know how guys think about it, because we said we haven't tried it with guys, and we are worried that guys are going to take advantage of the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not play with the best intention.
Right. With the community guidelines.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Rachel, give us where we can find you or book you for things.
I'm Traveling Spirit Bar, so you can go to my website, www. Do people even say that anymore?
That was, I'm shook. www.
The FedEx guy is also 25. He was like, I came to this country when I was 2. It was the same year that, you know, those planes hit the towers. And I was like 9/11. And I was like, I was in 9th grade.
That's when the fantasy ended.
No, the fantasy ended.
www. George W. Bush. What are you, 90s?
I think people ask people this. Do you know what www means? And nobody knows it.
World Wide Web.
Well, I know you do. You're 33, but I'm
Thank God I knew what it meant. That would have been
like
embarrassing.
It's like when they ask people, like, how do you hold a phone? Like, use your hands to hold a phone.
Oh, yeah.
And we all go like this, and everybody, you know. people of a certain generation go like this because they never had to.
I don't like that.
Me either. What, this is holding a phone? Okay. TravelingSpiritBar.com. My Instagram is @TravelingSpiritBar. I'm also @TravelingSpiritBar on TikTok.
And you're going viral all the time.
Yeah, I'm opening up a bottle of wine on TikTok and I have like 1 million views. It's pretty crazy. Everybody's just mad at me because I'm like doing it barefoot, and
I didn't like that part, but
I was barefoot.
I don't like barefoot energy.
I didn't know I was gonna go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, but like no free feet pics. That's why make sure to wear socks all the time.
Well, I was wearing heels that day in the office, and
should have put the heels back on. Why didn't Carolyn tell you to do that? Or your videographer if it wasn't Carolyn.
Let's yell at her. No, it was Carolyn.
It was her fault.
Everything's her fault.
Okay.
Right, well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Do you like coming on?
Yeah. Third time.
Next time will be after our chin lipo.
Mm-hmm.
So fun.
Should we do it like fucked up?
Like, I think so. I think like that day.
I don't think they give us like hard drugs because they just put us on. Well, I do want like a Valium. You know how they say like we're just putting you under local anesthesia.
I have shit in my pantry too. We can make it work.
Yeah, but like I don't want to be awake. When I got my wisdom teeth out, they were like, "We'll just put you under local." But number one, I know. Do you remember when I got my wisdom teeth out and they can never find veins on me? I don't know why, but like I'm already starting to panic, and they're just tapping my arm, and they can't find it. And then they go to the other arm, tap. I fainted.
Just by tapping?
Yeah, they had to wake me back up and be like,
"Is that a redhead thing?"
Well, I don't know. We're supposed to take like more.
The anesthesia. You need anesthesia. More. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I fainted. They had to wake me back up and be like, "Okay, we haven't done your wisdom teeth yet. We had to wake you back up to give you another IV." And then they gave me the IV, and then I passed out. So I think even local anesthesia, like I'll just faint. I'll just pass out because I'm scared.
I can't remember what it is that I had with my wisdom teeth, but whatever that was, I want it.
Were you in the office? You weren't like laughing gas only lasts like. It doesn't last that long.
They did that to start with, and then they did something here.
Like an IV?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed more and more because I went out drinking the night before. They said that was bad.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
They told me not to.
Because then your blood like flows more freely.
Actually, I said you guys did tell me I had to stop at 12, and they were like, well,
it's confusing though because they say people like in drunk driving accidents, like they're the ones that live because... Have you ever heard this?
The people who are drunk live?
Yeah. Because... I don't know why. I shouldn't. I don't know why.
No, I feel like
I don't think it's because blood, because the alcohol thins your blood, but I think it's like some kind of reactive. I don't know.
Interesting.
Okay. Look up the stat.
Will do.
Okay.
Tonight. That's it. Go get your merch because Rachel's gonna get hers tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
Cinco's wearing his. Tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.